Oh, Sim, you did it again. There's no audio.
Did I?
Why you keep doing that, Sim?
I put the freaking thing in it. Well, I did.
You're killing the intro.
Boy, that's it. Okay, we're done. Share that goddamn screen.
Oh, my.
Good morning.
Good morning. We've talked the whole night through.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Roast. And as always, I am your host, Mr. Kino Subway. And also, as always, I have my co-host, Mr. Sim.
L to the yeah. See, you didn't look happy to say Sim.
Yeah, Sim messed up the intro.
Sim messed up the intro. Sim did this. Always hashtag blame Sim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you too, guy. So good morning, everyone. How's your coffee roasting you this morning?
I didn't work out too well. I had to get this cold cup, this tiny little cold cup, and yeah, I burnt my lip on it today.
You rookie.
Yeah, it'll be all right though. Oh, there's Soul. Speaking of which, he says, "Welcome to the Morning Roast, the half decaffeinated comic book show where being awake is not really a requirement and being on time is against the rules." Good morning, Kristen, Ryan, and Pat.
See, it's fucking clear. Everybody knows it, but yet I keep getting shit because we're late.
Hey, I set it to 11:10, and we were live by like 14?
Yeah, we were supposed to be up at 11.
Well, I had to take a few minutes to eat some macaroni and cheese this morning. I hadn't ate nothing.
Yeah, but that sounds like a you problem, not a me blame Sim problem, you know?
Well,
Just saying.
you should have jumped in here faster.
What? So, hi Ryan. How's it going?
Hello. How are you guys? Drama.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
We call it Chris.
Yeah, so everybody, our special guest today is Mr. Ryan Haack.
Yes.
I've never, Ryan. I've seen your streams when you were promoting the first bric-a-brac.
Yeah.
I've always wondered why your last name has two A's.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's just kind of that's just how the last name is.
He was born that way.
Yeah, it's just I was born that way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I wish I had a better explanation. Honestly,
it's a different last name. I ain't seen
it
that
is.
before.
Yeah, it is.
It's because it's laughing at you. It's going ha hack.
Well, yeah, that's probably what he was saying when you messed up the intro.
You didn't say shit. You did.
Well, somebody's got to call you out.
It's a cool intro, though.
Oh, Hex is here. Hello, Hex.
What's up, Hex?
Yep. Always failed coffee. So, you know how this is. We've done enough of these.
At least he graduated from going candy bar coffee, and because he was trying to pick up the girl there. No, I actually bought real coffee. Yes, you were. Oh, she was so sweet. She told me to try this. I go, what did it call? Peanut butter, hazelnut, whatever. Nutella, Nutella. What was the other one? French toast. That does sound good though.
Yeah, French toast.
Soul is right on that one. That does sound good, but I don't know. Sweet coffee, you know, it's like going, hey, I'm going to drink an iced coffee and expect having caffeine in me. That doesn't work. Candy bar coffee is there's no caffeine in it, dude. You need that Java. It's all in the Java bean. The bean will do it for you.
Well, how are you doing this morning, Mr. Ryan?
I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome.
Oh man, you sound a lot more awake than me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You must be a morning fella.
Wait. Well, you're on Eastern time, right? So Eastern.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I am. I am definitely. But yeah, I feel like you kind of get ahead of more than anyone in the United States when you're Eastern time, because everyone else is like, especially on the West Coast, you get ahead because you're 3 hours ahead and you're just doing things faster than other people. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, but I feel like people on the East Coast just are more efficient.
Yeah, we're cooler ahead of time.
Exactly.
We're not playing catch up.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it's us going like this. You remember that song? Can you keep up? Can you keep up?
No, nobody remembers your turn.
Oh, no, you
I don't remember that song.
It's Busta Rhymes. It's fucking good.
Oh gosh, Buster Rhymes. Oh, Buster.
You don't like it when people bust a rhyme?
Oh, Sim.
Dun, 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 dun.
Now, Bric-a-Brac was a book that I never actually got to back the first time.
Yes.
Did you
So
back
this
it
is-
now?
But no, I haven't even got to hear about the second one yet.
I don't know, dude. You like I haven't backed it on the first time. I thought you were heading into but I got behind it this time. I'm sorry, I didn't want to.
Gosh dang it, Sam.
What?
I'm trying to start us up talking about Bric-a-Brac. Then you're
Hey, we were talking about Bric-a-Brac too. I was just asking if you got in on it.
why you always do this?
Let's go asking a question, dumbass. Okay.
Oh my god.
Bric-a-Brac 2, a fantasy Christmas story. Go on, Chris.
I've done a lot.
As the war on planet Christmas escalate to incalculable heights, a boy must defend his home.
Yeah, so it's a nice little Christmas story. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's something that isn't really done much on these crowdfunded comic stuff.
Yeah. I noticed that there are some bad Santa kind of things. Like Santa does this, or Santa's like this ex-mafia guy, I think there's one that the same guys, there's some guys that on Kickstarter do, and they're on their like 4th or 5th issue, but this is the only one that's really a fantasy, like child friendly, I think. So I mean, I don't for what it's worth, I think that it's kind of, you're right in to say that it's pretty unique. So it's hard to kind of like at the end of summer, hard to kind of advertise it, but at the same time, I think people are looking for a kind of a light, I don't know, like a kind of positive, feel good story. So I hope that will appeal to people.
Yeah, I mean, I think even if you ignore the Christmas theme, it's still like like you said, a positive kind of just fun story.
Exactly.
And people can still read anytime.
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
Oh,
Am I allowed to talk now?
Yes, Sam. Of course, you're allowed to talk. Gosh. Why aren't you talking?
I don't know. How does that feel?
You're just leaving dead air. Gosh dang it, Sam.
You give me shit when I talk, and then you give me shit when I don't talk.
Look,
And then
Sim Soul says, geez, you two are even more of an old couple than usual today.
I know. You started early.
Oh, Frogo, my rival. Hail, sir. What? Hail, Yodam. Oh, it's like 12. Now, how many pages is Bric-a-Brac 1 and then Bric-a-Brac 2?
So Bric-a-Brac 1 was 25 pages. Bric-a-Brac 2 is 30. So it has not only 25 pages of sequential art, but it also has a backup story of 5 pages. Plus, whatever fan art we get, or there is an additional variant that we're going to put in the back of every, kind of like a variant cover that, how in some trade paperbacks they have in the back. And then also we'll have the backers in the back too. So, so about like a 32-page book is what we're planning for this one. Yeah.
Is that the Nutcracker? And he's using a gun, little ray
Yes.
thing?
Yeah, so he is the main villain of the story, and he basically has been the cause of the war on Planet Christmas, the Nutcracker forces, and they're just trying to take over the planet to excavate a resource. And so he's the main bad guy, and so in this scene he's trying to Jack Frost has done some things that he doesn't like, and so he's trying to basically get control of him and take him out.
I like that.
Yes, and this is done by my friend Raphael Sam, who is the interior artist, and the artist of the covers and the backup story is Tom Barton, and he's a beast of an artist too. He's super great, and again, I think they both capture that like Pixar look. You know what I mean? So kind of like the DreamWorks or Pixar or look that we're kind of going for with the childlike themes and the journey. So yeah, sort of like that.
Yeah, the art style is definitely, you get that kind of positive feel about it that fits with the story you're trying to tell, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is that Christmas monkeys?
Yes. Yeah.
Christmas monkeys.
Yeah. This is the backup story that kind of just shows the Nutcracker's progress in taking over Christmas Lantis on the very right, and then the jungles of Planet Christmas and their war effort basically in trying to take over the planet. And so that's kind of why there are animals and stuff like that live on Planet Christmas too. So it's like a habitable world, and we're trying to make it like flesh it out and like really, and not just have like, oh, this is a snowy place. This is the North Pole. Like we also want to have tropical areas, woodland areas that, where, garden, where poinsettias grow large. It's just, we want to kind of flesh out the world. And that's the point of it really, to, kind of just show how massive this takeover is on their part. And how big how strong they are, so that it's a huge opposition against our main hero Garrett, who is trying to defend against this and save his home at any cost.
That could be pretty neat, having like different like regions of the world kind of represented in the planet here.
Yeah, exactly.
You could even have like those regions kind of like Christmas traditions kind of somehow implemented into it or something. That'd be kind of neat.
Yeah, exactly.
To answer Shane, yes, it's a number 2.
Yep, it is a number 2.
Heard, yeah.
And you can get both books. And the first book is an add-on as well as the second one, which is why Indiegogo rocks, because you can have stuff like add-ons if you just want. So you don't have to just stick to one perk. You can add on to it.
And they also have it in demand, which is freaking cool, because even Kickstarter people use it.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It gives you all the tools. And Kickstarter restricts you, so I just don't understand why anyone would use it, So.
Because it's one of the first ones. I think
True,
that's why there's
true.
still some people still on it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And there's a success rate that's pretty consistent, but I don't know. At the same time, not so much. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then this is just Father Christmas having a little get together. This is in the past, so as you see that, if you read the first issue, obviously you know that the Nutcrackers were very evil. But at first, before the war, they were friends with Father Christmas. So we get to find out what drama happened there that turned them against him, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Definitely, issue 2 adds on more of the fleshes out more conflict, and it adds new characters, and it's a proper it's a proper sequel, basically, in every single way, and in the sense that it adds new characters, and the characters will be at their lowest point at the end of it. 100%, they will not be lower than where they are, because obviously it's a happy story, so we want to have a good ending, but it's a proper sequel in every way. So this is just showing you maybe the background of the war and the tragedy of it. So yeah.
Yeah, I like this nice little art here. I like this art. Like the smiley firecracker man. I really like the Nutcracker man.
Yes, yes.
He's so good.
Absolutely, yeah. They're so fun. And yeah, sometimes their little henchmen are bumbling, but the main Nutcrackers are strategists, and they're two brothers that are trying to wreak havoc on the planet and, like I said, excavate the resource that they need. And so it's going to be very interesting to see if they succeed, if they don't, or maybe who's controlling them, because maybe they're being manipulated in a certain way. It's a lot of developments in issue 2. I think people will be very excited, and then to see what's going on. It's very character driven. Whereas I think issue 1 was about the exodus of the journey. This is definitely about characters getting more complicated and stuff like that. So. And this is a character that's going to be very important in the rest of the story, Jack Frost. And so he will, this is in the flashback, but we will get to see more of developments of his character and how he turned out to look the way he does in the story. And it's pretty interesting because he ends up teaming with the Nutcrackers. And yeah, you just have to see about that. But because I don't want to give too much away about that. But yeah, this is the backup story that I was talking about.
Is that Julius Caesar?
Yeah, so that is a main villain of the story who has been kind of manipulating the Nutcrackers to do certain things for him, and he actually lives on a faraway planet. And issue 2 opens up the intergalactic elements of this world, and he supposedly accidentally crash lands on the planet, but he actually has a plan all along to take all away their resources and stuff like this. And he's very evil. He's so super evil. And so this is the flashback where they think he is their friend, but he's not.
Whoa, there's more to this going on than I thought.
Yeah.
Space Caesar here.
Yes. Again, yeah. With issue 2, we are opening up the kind of gates to the intergalactic, and then with issue 3. It's huge. It's going to be a sprawling battle, and you won't want to miss that. It's going to be like a Star Wars type galactic battle.
Now, how many issues do you have planned? Is it just going to be
3?
Okay.
Yes, 3. Yep, absolutely 3. Yep, and then some more stuff going on.
Ooh. What is that? Vacuum cleaners?
Yeah, those are their weapons. These are the weapons that they use to extract the resource from the planet, and yeah, they do some damage.
Oh, okay.
And that's Jack Frost in his contemporary form. So obviously you see him as kind of like a bard, kind of like elf, but something happened that changed him into this beast, and so we'll get to see what happened. And yeah, that's a very cool part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's turned into kind of like full blown like ice element.
Ice King Kong, yeah, basically. Yep, and there's our cover.
That character, that girl character in front, reminds me of Osmosis Jones. Remember that series, that movie?
Wait, say it again.
Osmosis Jones.
Wait, which character though?
It was a little blue character, like that was a bit like Flavia.
Oh yeah. Like the gingerbread girl character. Yeah, she does look like Osmosis Jones. 100%. Yeah, I love that movie.
Thought it was great, and that's the first thing that clicked in my head when I saw that character. I'm like, hey, that looks like it's out of that movie.
Well, I didn't want her to look like she was just a gingerbread, so I wanted to add so she's a gingerbread marshmallow combination. So it allows her to be a lot more flexible, and yeah, she's just kind of like a badass. And she helps our 10-year-old kid kind of navigate Planet Christmas, because it's not really realistic to think that a 10-year-old kid who's never been outside of his element, where he lived on Sugar Plum Cove initially, can go on this exodus alone. So he has to have a friend who's very capable with fisticuffs and stuff like that to take him on his journey. So that's her, and that's her kind of her role as the mentor. But obviously, with issue 2, things get complicated between the two of them, and there's some push between the two of them because they have different goals. As they thought they had the same ones, but they actually have different ones. So it's going to be interesting to see how their personalities clash.
Our young intrepid hero starts getting hungry, and that gingerbread starts looking good.
No, not that kind of, not that. Thankfully, she's much older than him, so much older than him. And yeah, there's some more action going on.
What are they shooting there?
Um,
It looks like it could be like like a sugary type of thing.
No, they double as weapons, and then also they extract the Christmas spirit that they're trying, the resource from underneath Planet Christmas that they need. That they're trying to get to take over the world, basically. And so, yeah, that's what the guns do. They have like two purposes. But yeah, they kind of look kind of like Ghostbuster-y. We actually based, if you've played the Call of Duty games, we based the look of the gun on the Thunder gun. If you played the Call of Duty Zombies games, that's the design of the weapon that we chose.
It
So
reminds me of another game, but the title's not coming back to my mind. But it was a flop when it came out, where you could explore the universe, and they had and it was a random. Randomly creating the planets and stuff like that. And
No Man's Sky.
There you go. That's it. No Man's Sky. Yeah. So the idea is that you had that gun. You had a gun, and you go around, and with that gun, you can attack, you can mine, you can collect stuff.
Yes. Yeah. It's the same concept. Yeah.
Yeah, like Slime. What was it? Slime Rancher, I think, had a similar kind of gun. But my niece plays where it can do like all different things and stuff.
That's good, dude.
Oh, is it? Somebody
like you guys were saying, we need more of those kids book because they are taking away everything, dude. They're changing everything. They're going back and changing the old stories of kids. The fuck.
Yeah, I love. There's so many great Christmas stories, and I don't know. I just wanted to see what it would look like if we added all the elements of those Rankin Bass movies that we love, or The Night Before Christmas. If someone was to actually explore what the rest of that Christmas world looked like, what would it look like for real? Like, what do the people look like? How do they live? That's kind of what the attempt of this book is, and like to actually flesh out a world about Christmas, which I don't think I've seen before. And so that's the goal, and just to try to craft a story around that. So that's what the goal of Bric-a-Brac has always been, is just to take those classic characters, definitely change them, make them a lot different. Because, for example, the Nutcrackers in, at least the ballet have always been known to be the heroes. They defend against the rat. They're the heroes who take on the Rat Kings, and they try to save the day. And Jack Frost, in the same way, has been at least in the Rankin and Bass movies, the hero. I mean, in some contemporary examples, he's been the enemy, but like most examples, he's a hero. Or it's just a lot of different things like that. Or Father Christmas in this story, obviously he's the best fighter on Planet Christmas, irrefutably, but he refuses to fight. So there's a lot of different things that we know about the characters, but Father Christmas is kind of being elusive, and he doesn't want to be in this war where maybe another contemporary version of Santa you might think, oh, maybe he would be, or I don't know. It's just flipping the things we know about the characters and kind of just making it something new, something fresh. And I know that obviously we've seen so many versions of Santa, but it's just an idea to kind of see what it would look like if he had this different perspective, if he was in the story for just a little bit of time instead of being the main focal point. I think it would be interesting. Yeah, because that's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah, I do like how you've turned this story. It's not just another like, oh, here's a Christmas, full of tropes and just kind of, it's another kind of Christmas story. This one feels much more unique and has much more character about it.
Yeah.
I just want to address Soul for a step because, He's claiming that I would try and get kids into Meta Baron. Dude, I'm not evil. What?
He wouldn't try to get him into Meta Baron. It's just they'd say something, and then he'd be like, "Hey, you want to know something about the?" And then it would still somehow end up going into a talk about Meta Barons.
Dude, it's like saying I'm gonna make a little kid like watch the Games of Thrones.
Good morning, Shane. I'm late on that.
Oh,
hello, Stefani. I still need to get someone to tell me this if it's. I'm sure it's Stefani, right?
Stefan.
What is Meta Baron? Is it a comic? I'm just looking it up. It looks kind of cool.
No, Ryan, no.
It's my favorite European comic.
I'm sorry. It looks awesome though.
He's gonna get started.
Did you ever hear about Alejandro Jodorowsky?
I'm looking it up now.
He used to make movies before. Like he was the founder, one of the founders of the independent movie movement.
Oh, okay.
And he did those movies called The Holy Mountain, and El Topo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this is his like attempt at. Is he still alive? Or yeah,
he's still alive, but the artist just died a month or two ago.
Oh wow.
He's 92 right now.
Jeez, this looks cool though.
And it's a big universe. It's linked with the Inkle that he created with Mobius. Then after that, Meta Baron came out, followed by the Technopriest, and it's a one big universe that was inspired by. You heard about the Dune movie that was failed?
Yeah. Yes.
That he did. Yeah. So everything that he worked on with all those people, well, he converted it into the Inkle and Meta Baron. So
this is cool, man. I gotta check this out. I like the art.
If you want to take a look at it, try and they have the collected edition for not too expensive of the Inkle and Meta Baron, and I think they're like $40 US each. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.
No, it looks awesome. I'll check it out.
Meta Baron is my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, there's some really, really cool European comics like Dylan Dog, or I feel like that's the most popular. But there's so many really cool ones. So
Dylan Dog, yeah, that was a good one too. So see, Chris,
what
didn't turn out the way you thought it would.
yeah. It hasn't been an hour. Good job.
It's been an hour already. See, Ryan? See how much of a freaking drama he is? You talk 5 minutes about something, we're done, and for an hour.
Ryan, you don't know how bad it is. Every time you get him on about Meta Barons, it never ends.
Dude, it's not just Meta Baron. It's the same with Kirby. You can say all you want, but at least say it right. To me, it's like that piece Kirby it's two things that if you start a subject on it, I get very passionate. I'm a Kirby guy. Fucks them.
Oh, I love it too. Yeah. I love the new gods. I love the.
Oh yeah, my favorite one of Kirby, is the one it's the demon.
Oh my gosh! I did just read that.
Yeah, there's something in the demon that's like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. He was at his best in there. Like you notice that he did a story based on something that he loved, which was the Arthurian legends, and
right.
I think it was one of his best pieces. That and the New Gods.
Yeah, I like Kumandi as well. I mean, he's just did so many things. It's just
that's the only one I have, but I haven't read yet. I have the Omnibus. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, and I mean, even Devil Dinosaur or some of the goofy stuff. It's just all really good. Just all really good stuff. I mean, there's nothing. Maybe Superpowers is kind of dumb, but all the rest of his stuff is pretty cool.
Oh, dude! Last Christmas, it was last. Yeah, I went on a binge and I bought everything. Everything.
Yeah. And just flip through it and just look at it, just because it's just awesome.
Yeah, I bought the Superpower trade. Dude, they reprinted everything Kirby did in big omnibus.
There's only one thing I think they didn't, and it's called what is it called? It's his very last story, and it has to do with something dogs. God's dogs or something. I forget what it's called. I'll just have to look it up because Hunter Dogs. In like 1985 is when it came out. I think it's like one of his last works. They
Hell
have
yes,
never
Tiffany.
reprinted that. Have they?
Which one?
Hunter Dogs. The Hunter Dogs. They haven't reprinted that in a long time. I don't know. They should.
If you buy like what it was, that's one of the things that I loved about the fact that if you buy the omnibus of the New Gods, you have the hard to find story in there too. That he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the Hunter Dogs is. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think
It has
the Hunter or
better.
something.
Yeah, it has like really nice, like more developed coloring.
Yeah, that's it. There, it's in there. It's in there.
Okay, then never mind. Then it's there.
It's in the omnibus. Oh, dude, Kirby was the shit.
It was a shit, man. There's not really anyone else who's like him. It's just impossible.
Like I keep saying, like in comics, you know, you have him, you have Mobius in France, and you had the guy from Berserk. I keep forgetting his name. Those guys showed up and changed the game.
Yeah, and they just never gave up.
Yeah, they just came in and like, you can't do this. Fuck you, I can't.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll show you.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, I there's a lot of really great artists now, but they give up eventually. Like we could say, I love Todd McFarlane, but he's still doing Spawn, but he's not drawing anymore, and it's just not the same, man. And I get it because it's a grind, and honestly, the rewards aren't amazing because obviously Jack Kirby, you know, he didn't die in the, wealthy. Certainly not.
He died and he still didn't have any credit.
Exactly. So it's just like, well, would you rather become a millionaire like Todd McFarlane and Jim Lee, or would you look back and say, look at all I did, like, look at all that I accomplished? And so it's just, I don't know. I think it's a trade-off that not a lot of people are willing to make, and that's why he's a badass, I think.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%, dude. It's the same thing with like when I said about Mobius, is like, you know, those guys, dude, they have different style, right? And they find a way to do a style that they can do quickly, and you know, tell stories, dude. Good stories.
That's all it's about sometimes. And yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I definitely sometimes you just get lost in all that stuff. I love flipping through the trades of the Jack Kirby stuff for sure.
And I agree 100% with what Stephanie just said. Meta Baron is so good. Fuck yeah.
I agree. I agree with Soul. Shouldn't have brought it up.
I regret too. Meaning I regret it all. See, this is what happens when you set a trap and the beast comes in.
What?
Like, as he said it before, like, it was bait. You can sim, it was bait. Like, yeah. And we ripped it to shreds.
He says sometimes success can kill creativity. Better to stay lean, mean, and hungry.
True.
But the thing is, it's also of the reason why some people get into something, right? Some people are into comics. That was not their dream. They're made into comics because they had an idea they want to make money or something. Well, you have people like me, where it's like, dude, I'd be a millionaire tomorrow. You know, I wouldn't have to work and do nothing, and I'd still be getting up and grinding like I do, because that's what I like. Yeah. I enjoy it. I prefer doing that. Like, it's one of the things that I had to explain to my kids. Like, Dad, you don't get to play video games anymore. How are you gonna, like? Dude, it's like when I get down and I'm like, do I want to play or do I want to work? Do I want to draw? I want to draw.
Yeah, it's your job is your hobby.
Yeah, like I draw when I work. I draw when I'm on vacation. I draw when I cry. I draw when I'm sad. I draw when I'm pissed. I draw all the time.
That's so cool, man. That's awesome.
So even if I'd be like a millionaire, that's what I would do. Well, there's a lot of people that would say, well, as soon as I make it there, I'm going to hire people. And I'm like, yeah, I'll hire people to make the rest of my job easier, but I'm still going to be drawing. And like, no, I'll be the opposite. I'll be hiring somebody else to do my promotion instead of, you know, not drawing my book.
If Sim had a paid announcer, he'd still talk as much.
Damn it! And people say I almost don't talk on streams. God damn it! Make up your damn mind, people.
I want to know about this perk here. This create a Christmas character perk.
Yes. So you get everything, and then you also get to create a Christmas character. So there's a lot of, obviously it's a war, so there's a lot of different factions, which means that, I think just to entertain ourselves, we just and the artists and it would be cool to just have a community stamp on it, just to make sure that people know that it's a community. We raise funds through the community. We raise funds through Indiegogo, and it's cool to have a create a character tier. So we want to have someone create a character, and we'll put it in the back of the Christmas militia, or obviously not the Nutcracker. Well, maybe if someone wanted to make a Nutcracker variation, go ahead. Or if you wanted to have like some ice minion or some citizen.
So Chris, this is technically this is the Chris tier. This is the be in the book tier for you.
I could be a Nutcracker man. Oh my god.
Yeah, you can keep nutcracking my nuts.
Shut up, Sam.
That'd be perfect for you.
Yeah, but it's a cool tier, and a lot of people, like for example, someone last time they had two little girls and they wanted to put like a unicorn thing in, and we made it work, and it was there, and they loved it. So it was just a really cool thing to do. Of course, with all these crowdfunding things, not everyone answers, not everyone responds, as you guys probably know, and it's just sometimes difficult to get people to tell you your address. So there are still some people who need to tell me what characters they want from last time. So we already have like 2 confirmed characters that will be in the background. So I just wanted to add more to that, because there's going to be a lot of opportunity for that. So just kind of like an idea.
It's sad, but it's true, dude. Me and Beacon, we had a freaking problem trying to reach backers that paid to be in the book.
Yeah.
Like, hey, can I get your pick, please?
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like, well, I mean, you paid so much, but it's like, why would you not want to? I understand, I guess. But
I think maybe it's because of the email ends up in the spam or something.
It does. Yeah. Sometimes the Indiegogo does, because it comes as Indiegogo, and then it tells you what's going on. It's not like, oh, it's directly from this person. I don't know. It just seems like it's made to be in spam. And you get so much of it. That's promotion, and I think a lot of it, like even if you just back one project on Indiegogo, at least once a day you'll get something that's like, oh, buy this backpack. It's like, I think it just slips out of people's minds. I honestly do.
Yeah, me too. That's why you don't blame it, and then you're going like, if you know them, you're on Twitter, answer a goddamn email. That's one of them. That's what I did. I found them on Facebook. Check your goddamn email, guy. What?
Oh man, I gotta.
It was in the spam.
I gotta resist. Oh, there could be a little Nutcracker me in this book.
You can do this. You want it.
No, I got my budget to think.
Come on, you want to crack some nuts?
Just have my little guy back there just blasting somebody. That'd be fun. Oh, well, but $12 for.
Okay, but one question though: does the Nutcracker have an adaptable nose? Can you switch the nose to have a more like of a Chris nose, or they all have the same type of triangle button nose?
We could have a weird looking Nutcracker.
Okay, good.
Definitely. There's no doubt about that. We could definitely do that.
The Evans Nose Nutcracker. There we go.
And he has to be the most evil of them all because he has the nose.
They are not all created equal.
They're all jealous of him because he has the longest nose. He's like Rudolph.
Yes.
And the Nutcracker.
Or Pinocchio.
Yeah, Pinocchio.
Oh, get like a. So this is kind of similar to the create a character, except instead of like being a.
Oh, you also get that.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yep. So it's everything. We want to make sure to include everything with it. But yeah, you get a sketch. It's going to be a little bigger. These are the ones from last time. The ones that are pictured. We're trying to maybe go for something a little bigger, but pretty cool sketch of a character that you request. But hopefully, if you don't request it, if you don't answer the email, it'll be probably just one of the main 3 characters. But yeah, so these were so cool. I was really jealous because I wanted one myself. I was like, I really want one of these, but I have to send them. So yeah, they're amazing. He's so great with markers, and yeah, I think people will really everyone's really dug them.
So am I right, Chris, that this should be called like Twist the Knife in Chris Guts tier?
This is so tempting. Now, could I get a sketch of the custom character?
You could, yes.
Oh man, I don't need it.
It's so hard. To say goodbye.
I really like
to your money.
We go like, ooh, look at that.
Yeah, I know. I love that. I love it too.
He's like, ooh.
It makes you want to like eat at the Christmas Fortress. It's like, what would it be like?
This does. Like I'll admit, like when you were on last year talking about the first one, I went, oh, it's like a Christmas book. I'm not huge into like holiday books and stuff like that. There's like specific themed books like that. But it looks kind of like it would be fun for like younger people and stuff like that. And at the time, I was trying to save up, trying to budget a little bit, so I didn't back it. But yeah, like the more I hear about it, the more I'm seeing of this one. Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun for all ages.
Yeah, that's the goal.
The best part is you can even add issue number 1.
Yes, you can. There's an add-on.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're trying to, and with a variant cover, some people will be able to get the original, and also because I have some of those left, and then some. If we exceed more than that, we'll have a variant cover with Father Christmas on the front of it.
Okay.
So yeah, for sure.
So new backer incoming soon.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I really hope we can make it happen. I can extend, so I think we can. If I just push really hard, I would love to make it happen. I would really love to. So hopefully we can.
How much time do you have left?
Well, I have 18 days, but I can add on another 30. So that's probably what will end up happening if we don't really kick into full gear, but hopefully we will be able to make it happen.
Shut up.
I know, right?
Gosh dang it.
Come on, you'll be a nutcracker. You can tell your mom, look, I'm a nutcracker.
I'm a nutcracker.
And don't forget to do the little ballet thing when you walk into the room to tell her. Walk on the point of your toes there. You walk in and go, hey, Mom, I got news for you. I'm in a play, except in comic mode. Mom, I know you've always wanted to see me play the nutcracker. Okay, we're torturing him. Let's move along. So yeah, people, go back that book while Chris is like, fighting, his demons there. I don't know.
Oh, and this page, just by the way, there is the Ghosts of Christmas Past, Present, and Future, who also make an appearance in the story. And there's definitely more contemporary look at these characters, because I think that, with each new version of the Christmas Carol, they're kind of updated but very similar. We wanted to kind of just shift them completely. So the Ghost of Christmas Past, or the Future, is actually kind of like a softie, and he's really, really kind of nice. And the Ghost of Christmas Present is kind of meaner. And so their characters are kind of all flipped around. So it's kind of interesting. And the Ghost of Christmas Past is kind of like I think the Ghost of Christmas Present is by the end of the Christmas Carol, when Scrooge is with him, he becomes crazy, because then he's like, oh, well, here's the, especially in the 1980s version, he's kind of erratic and strange. And So just kind of flipping the idea of who they are, what they represent, kind of like just spicing it up a little bit. So
Yeah, I seen him there, and I was like, "Wait, is that ghosts? Is that the ghosts there?"
the ghosts, yes.
Hope they don't get sucked in by these guns here.
Yeah, but we just start bringing everybody in. Everybody is in. Everybody is present in this story. So
The Nutcracker men have the little underwater suits even. Oh, that's great. I really like the Nutcracker men. They're awesome. Look at them. We, haha.
Why are they French all of a sudden?
Oh, because that Nutcracker's French.
So you're telling me that you want to be French now? So you're thinking of buying your way in to be French?
No. Remember, I'm a different Nutcracker.
Yeah, with the Frenchy nose. Oh.
Soul says, I like how the art shows the joy that went into creating it so much.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel the same. It's such a joy. Like to be able, first off, to be able to collaborate with two really amazing artists. That's a huge joy.
This should be a Christmas special on Netflix.
Yeah, it should be. Maybe one day.
So it's like the Nutcracker in the book are evil, therefore French.
Right.
Fucking Soul.
$24 for copies of 1 and 2. That ain't bad. That ain't bad price.
But they're not my type of French.
Ooh, what's this deluxe here? We get the physical, we get the print, and the bookmark.
Yeah, but that's not the one you want. You want the one at 160.
Shut up, Sam.
You know I'm right.
It's not about what I want. It's about what I can afford.
Well, you partially funded the entire More Lethal and Cybershock. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was
single-handedly.
That was before I got hit with the taxes that I wasn't supposed to have to pay for.
I was gonna say, after the sins of the fathers, the sins of the mother. Bric-a-brac.
What?
I said, after the sins of the fathers, the sins of the mother.
Oh. Oh, there it is. This little t-shirt. I can't really see it real good.
Do you have a better picture?
Is there a better picture on here of the t-shirt?
No, it just has the bric-a-brac logo on it. It's very simple. Just it just has the logo on it, and then
like this right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Just a simple one. I was like, I kind of want a t-shirt because I never know what to wear anytime. So it's like, why not just wear something that I made? So I would love to wear that. So it's like, I hope we can get at least a couple of people to get it. So.
Yeah, I mean that's a good idea. I see a lot of creators. They're doing t-shirts and they're putting them up on stores like Zaid Comics has that Etsy store, and Sim has his shirts on there.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So that's always a good idea. People like representing their favorite comics or different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just ordered 4 copies of my shirt for Bloodhood. Yeah, for the same reason that Ryan's saying. Everybody knows that I don't own any shirts, so I'm like, might as well wear some Bloodhood.
Yeah, it's like I would just much rather wear something that I created on my own. Yeah. No, I can't.
Okay, people, if you're wondering why we're having some dead air, it's because right now Chris is fighting. He really wants that 160 freaking thing there with that little sketch and be a nutcracker because he likes to bust them nuts. But hey.
So Blood Hunt was your book?
Yep.
So I'm looking at it now. So it funded in August, yeah? So
yep.
Last August. So about a year ago. Awesome.
Yeah, man, and I still haven't got it yet.
Yeah, because you're the last one. I told you. You keep complaining, dude. Keep bitching.
Yeah, I'm going to. Every day I see people post on Twitter. Oh, look at my blood type.
It's not
Where's
my
not?
fault you live so far away.
It looks awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it was I was delayed a little bit because I had to. Dude, Indiegogo made me wait 4 months and a half for my money.
What? Why?
Canadian, and they did a switch of their third party that was doing the credit transfer and the money transfer. So they changed they changed the company. So remember there was a big rule setting. They announced that there were a whole bunch of like updates to their rules and everything.
Oh yeah.
So it was it was during that. So I entered my bank info, but then they changed the bank info that they needed.
Oh,
Get
I
it?
see. Yeah, I see.
So at the end, they were trying to. When they did the change in their system, they were treating my account like if I was in a American located account. So it was bouncing for 4 months and a half, dude. It cost
Oh,
me like 200 and something in fees because
that
of the
sucks.
$25 transfer fee every fucking time,
That sucks.
just because you're international. Yeah,
Oh, that's the
but
worst.
it got over, finished the book, get it fulfilled. So
That's good though. That's all you can ask for
yep.
at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
And
No.
so far, people are very happy about the quality of it. Except
Awesome.
Chris didn't get it yet.
Yeah, you
Wonder
see this,
why.
You see this right here? This is where I would put my blood hunt if I had one. Red Serp says you guys are great at minimizing dead air. Clap, clap, clap. And, what's Soul say here? Being a nutcracker is a good investment that will last you for years to come. Sell a few rifles or just get out of here, Soul. Get the hell out.
Don't you have a rifle that's exactly like the one from the actual Nutcracker?
What do you mean? I don't.
You have a collection of rifle. You probably have one with one of those blades at the what's the name of it again? When you have the little blade at the top,
A bayonet?
the bayonet.
Oh yeah, I got a ton of bayonets and guns with
Yeah.
bayonets. Yeah.
You have the rifle. You have this like in the plays, right? So you can
I just-
actually like be a Nutcracker.
And I have muskets.
You were
with
born
bayonets.
to be a Nutcracker. You got the rifles and shit.
I really don't like you right now, Sam.
You wanna be a Nutcracker, pal.
But yeah, I really do like all the kids books, the books that are friendly towards kids that are coming out like this. Like I got this with Vinny, the Ghostly Manor on. Oh, here, let me bring it up here. The Ghostly Manor on.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's Halloween themed, right? And it's got really nice art and it's nice kid friendly. Yeah, so yeah, I need to get me a copy of Brick and Brack.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate
Brick
it.
Brack, because it looks like it's really taking that whole Christmas stuff and kind of creating something unique with it. And if I ever had me like a young boy or something, I think he would appreciate it.
Yeah, that's kind of the goal. And then yeah, we're just trying to kind of make a fun story, yeah, for all ages is the kind of the idea. And again, with issue 2, things get more complicated, and I think it adds more conflict. And I think character is really where people can kind of grab onto these childlike stories. It's one of the reasons why Pixar is so successful is that their characters' journeys are really compelling. It's not necessarily the setting or the world, which could be exciting to some people, but you kind of think about more, especially when you're looking at kids' movies, the character and their journey and the conflict, and you know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily some of the kids' elements are like within the magic or this or that, but I think it's the character that people really connect to, and it's one of the reasons why Toy Story is so successful is that it's really hard to suspend your disbelief about the toys, but when the characters you care about and you've been with for so long, when something happens to them, you just can't help but like shed a tear. Like it's the same kind of idea. So it's just if you can nail, and Pixar again is great at that, nailing the character. And so that's kind of what we're trying to do, especially with issue 2, is just add more conflict and force the characters in this corners that they were never thought they'd be in. So
and a fun fact, bric-a-brac, it's a French word.
Yes, it is.
Chris.
What?
And so, did you know bric-a-brac is a French word?
No. I don't know all of the French language.
Do you know what bric-a-brac means?
What's it mean, Sam?
You don't know what bric-a-brac means?
Educate me, Sam.
Miscellaneous small article collected for their antiquarian, sentimental, decorative, or other interests. So it's a collection of stuff. So
yeah, exactly.
Wow. The more you know.
Collectibles. Yes. The more you know. So you still want to be that Frenchy nutcracker?
Shut up, Sam.
Dude, come on. I want to see you as a nutcracker.
I need to look at my bank first before I do anything.
Yeah, be careful, because when you stare at the eye of evil, it stares right back at you.
I need to check my bank account. Because I am trying to do better.
That's true. You guys can use PayPal when you're back on Indiegogo, right? Because us, it's just credit card. I'm asking, because us, we only have access to credit cards.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure how it works.
We can't even use like a debit card or nothing. It's credit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can use a debit card and stuff like that. So I would assume probably PayPal as well.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, Soul's giving out more Frenchiness here.
Yeah. He's not worried. His French is quite good. He's not using Google Translate. But yeah. Ah, damn it. Hold on.
Soul's a man of many talents. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Yeah, so all right, so just to do a quick overview here, like the whole like story here, like our main characters, Garrett and Marie. That
Yes.
the Marie is the gingerbread.
Yes.
Lady.
Yep.
And then Garrett is this young man here.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, so what is Garrett's story?
Yeah, so basically he lived on a island, Sugar Plum Cove, and that's where we begin our story in the first issue. And the Nutcrackers, as they have with many provinces, they take it over. And so they capture his friends. And so he is forced to find someone to, first off, help him save his friends. And then as he starts to see more of the war for himself, he realizes, well, maybe I can stop the war if I just find Father Christmas, who is at the North Pole. He's kind of off the radar. And so he and Marie in the first issue go to the North Pole and try to find Father Christmas, but he leaves. And the Nutcrackers have also attacked that place. So it's just his story is finding Father Christmas, who he believes, like I said, he is the greatest warrior in all of Planet Christmas, but he believes that Father Christmas will be able to just cast a spell that will make everything all right. But he's a little naive, as we will begin to realize. And once he sees more of the war, he'll also see for himself that it's not as not as easy as just casting a spell and making it all end. Especially as we get more intergalactic, it's very it's more complicated than that. So
yeah, he's kind of like just a young kid who kind of views things in kind of black and white terms.
Exactly. He doesn't really rationalize all the options. And Marie, and that's one of their points of contention, is that she's trying to convince him, hey, we need to fight this war, and he refuses that. He's like, we don't need to do that. We don't need to fight war. I don't understand it. We don't need it. And so that's what their point of contention is. And so it's, again, another part that drives Brick issue 2 for sure.
Yeah, you were saying about like how like you thought like the characters really kind of that's how like kids kind of got attached, and I agree with that. I remember as a kid, I kind of fell in love with Spider-Man, and it was because of an issue I had. It was tied into like with the Thanos and the original Captain Marvel and stuff, and he how was it? He was with like I think the Avengers, and if everybody gets captured except for him, and he's all like, "Oh gosh, yeah," because they were in space and all this stuff, and he's like, "I'm way out of my league. I'm just a guy who fights thugs in a city, kind of thing." And
Yeah.
he starts to like basically run away, and then he's like, "Wait, no." He's like, I'm a hero. I gotta be, basically, I'm a hero. Dang it, I gotta do the right thing." And he's like, I gotta do the right thing. So then he goes back and he fights him and he manages to free everybody. And I was like, wow, he was scared, but then he turned it around and came back. And I really got kind of attached to Spider-Man. Plus, of course, he was doing kind of the little bits of jokes here and there while he was fighting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that really like grabbed me as a kid because I was like, wow, he was scared and he was going to run away, but then he did the right thing and came back.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great draw for like Peter Parker and his character. And again, I think it's a huge thing that brings both children and adults to those kind of stories. Like I think there's adults that still watch Disney movies because there's a lot of great character work in old Disney movies. Like you look back at like The Sword and the Stone, or even I wouldn't say Frozen, but I think things maybe in the 90s like The Lion King, or the Aladdin, or stuff from the 80s, or Never-Ending Story. Like people go back to these because of the journey. It's about the journey that the character goes through. We're obsessed with journeys as people, I think, and people who like stories. We love the journey. And so that's what it's all about. That's what this book is all about. It's the journey that this character goes through to solve this massive problem that's way bigger than him. And honestly, he's so out of his league, it's not even funny. He has no powers. He's just a little kid who has no experience in the world, but yet he believes that he can make it happen. And so it's also about the idea of just perseverance and not letting things stop you. And he definitely doesn't do that. He never lets anything stop him. So yep, it's just a super fun story about a kid who's just really driven to find Father Christmas. Like I think maybe some of us would have done. Like for example, I loved, I believed in Santa Claus, and I still believe in parts of that Santa Claus idea today, and because I think it's really valuable and important, and I think so. It's just I think I really love that story of him going to find him. And I think we all would have done that as kids if we thought we could do it, So I don't know.
Oh, what's Soul here say? He says, casting a spell to turn yourself into a cracker sophisticated knows it's way easier. Gosh dang it, Soul, no!
Making it rain.
Oh yeah, but like I can I mean the journey, watching the characters develop from this like maybe naive or immature character or somebody with all these flaws into this much more mature adult person who understands nuance and all these different things. It's such a very interesting and engaging thing. Like you said, the Disney movies, like the animated stuff from like the 90s or 80s or even further. Those are really good examples of that. I think that's why it caught kids' attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we always go back. We can't get it. Even if we've seen it 100 times, it's still the journey of Luke from being a naive farmer who wants to go to college or to farm and stuff, or he doesn't want to be on the farm forever. It's very relatable to us because we see where he goes, what he becomes, and that journey is obsessed. We're obsessed with it. We want to be like that. Who doesn't want to be like that? Like obviously he gets his butt handed to him, and that's not fun. But we want to be where he is at the beginning of Jedi. Like who doesn't? The badass who breaks into the in the Jabba's palace and knows everything. That's the journey. And so I think if you can tell it well and relate it to that. That's my goal, is to try to tell it well and relate it to these characters. And by the end of it, they'll be in a better place. And so will everyone in Planet Christmas.
Nothing beats the classic hero's journey.
Exactly.
I've seen a lot of talk from like more, I guess you'd say, modern like writers and whatnot, where they talk about how like the hero's journey is, I don't know, outdated, or they try to deviate from it, and it's like, no, it never works.
Yeah. I think there's some core principles that must be in stories. I think there's just some absolute core principles that, not all the time does it need to be the same thing. Because again, like, I think Seinfeld broke a huge rule. You can really like and root for unlikable characters. It doesn't have to be the same thing. Like, you can really root for characters you don't like, or villains, or all of this. And there's definitely deviations, but every story is the same. And it sounds dumb, and it sounds like, oh, well, then what's the point? But there's so much point to that. Every song is the same. It begins, it ends, and that's just life. Every life is the same in principle. And so it's the same thing. There's nothing that should discourage anyone about saying that every story is the same. It's just, the idea is that it begins, there's a middle, and it ends. That's how life is. That's how songs are. That's how everything in life is. So it shouldn't discourage people.
Nope.
I didn't realize Marie was so much taller than him.
Yes.
And I really want to know what this thing is now. What is it?
Yes,
It's like a spider snowman?
Spider snowman, exactly. Spider snowman. Yes, and he's giving them. That's in the first issue when they're in Christmasville, and he's just giving Garrett hot cocoa. So that's kind of what's happening there. Yeah, Christmasville took a lot of inspiration, as you might imagine, from Christmas Town in Nightmare Before Christmas. So it took a lot of inspiration from that, because, like, who doesn't think of that when they think of what maybe the North Pole looks like? It's just so over the top and crazy and fun. And so that's what we were going for.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get my niece to read this or not. It's got a spider in it. Gosh, she plays, what's it called? Grounded? A game called Grounded now?
Huh, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's some new thing. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, like the video game kind of thing, where this character is like shrunk down in a backyard, and she has to survive and get to a place where she can get shrunk, or brought back to normal size.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and in it there's like spiders, and there's even a setting where it's like, I guess, for arachnophobic people, where you can make it look less like a spider, and it's got like a slider, and at the topmost thing they're just like kind of like glowy balls with eyes. And even then, she's still like, "Oh, that's a spider." Oh, I'm like, it doesn't even look like one at this point at all.
That's so cool. This game is awesome.
Dude, spiders is like a primal fear that we all have.
Yeah.
It's like the shark thing. It's like
snakes.
Yeah, snakes. It's something that's been in us in so long. Come on, you've seen the size of spiders in fucking Australia, in those hot fucking places. Like, I'm lucky here in Canada that we have the 4th season. It gets real cold because the spiders are stopped. They can't get too big.
It's like a survival instinct. We know that they're dangerous and could potentially be lethal.
Yeah, but it's also the same thing as why elephants are afraid of fucking mouse, because they can get into your fucking nostrils. They can get into your goddamn holes without you knowing.
Whoa! So
I honestly think the most scary animal is the hippopotamus. Though the hippopotamus is easily the scariest animal. I think.
There's that jaw strength, man.
Yeah, dude, they're scary. I mean, I'm scared of spiders for sure, but I think undoubtedly,
but dude,
way scarier.
You know that's why elephants are fucking afraid of mouse. Dude, that's one of the things they're the most afraid of, because they can get in their trunk. It's the same principle as if I, tell people, hey, do you know that when you sleep, you swallow between maybe 25 spiders? People freak out about the idea of something. Yeah.
Throughout your entire life, or
over a night.
God.
You could swallow like
Well,
probably 5 spiders.
not in one night. He's
No,
not
not
saying
in one night.
how much.
25
No, no.
spiders in one night.
No.
No, it's
No,
like
no.
how many is it? Like 5 or 25
Yeah.
a year or something like that. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Dude, you're sleeping, so you know, tiny little spider going about around. It's gone. But it's a principle, dude. That's why they're afraid of it, because dude, it get a mouse get in their trunk. You know, it's like imagine having a bug going up your nose. That's why we don't like bugs. That's why it's in our genes that we go like we don't like bugs, because as soon as we start thinking about bugs, we start getting like tickles and like the crawler thing. Yeah.
But that totally makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Well, let's say here. He says writers who focus on always deconstructing things and subverting expectations instead of a good hero's journey have seen how well that works out for them. Yes, we've seen some failures in that area, I guess.
I know, works well for Quentin.
True.
Because one of the things is, anything in art, one of the first rules is learn the rules, play by them. You know how to play by the rules. Yeah. Now step out the bounds a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch it up a bit.
And there's a lot you can do with character. I mean, the idea of the story is important, but there's so much you can do. There's so much untapped, potential in every story. So I just think that with the concept or this or that, and I don't know, I know that I think a lot of people pointed the example of The Last Jedi, but I think the idea, I think a lot of the idea is really cool. I just think that if he was going to go the way with, he kind of just like jinxed everyone into like, or he kind of just said gotcha to everyone. It was like, oh, we thought it was going to go this way where Rey was going to team up with Kylo Ren, but then it didn't happen. And then it was like, oh wait, I pulled that all back. So all the progress we were making just like gets flung on I think people would have been way more happy with The Last Jedi if he just committed to what he was promising in the trailers, in the movie, at least until the very end. And there's some, obviously, like the casino scene is kind of annoying and not that great, but some of the with Luke and Rey, like the first beginning is very compelling, I think. But then when he kind of pulls the rug off and says, no, we're not going with this, and then Rey becomes the hero again, it's just it's not very good. So I don't know. That whole subverting expectations it's not a good thing most of the time.
And then Soul says, I'd like to imagine Canadian spiders are all wearing lumberjack shirts.
Yeah, that would be fucking cool, dude.
So they're like beavers mixed with spiders. They just go around munching on wood.
Yeah, you could see them coming from afar. That would be awesome.
Ooh, I wonder if like instead of spider webs, they put out like little bridges.
Yeah, with a lumberjack shirt, dude, they could be glider spider. That's freaky.
Ooh.
Right? Like super spiders. They leave their shirt open so they can jump. They jump from one side to the other like a flying squirrel, and all you see is like lumberjack spiders.
Flying flannel. Flying flannel.
Yeah.
Ah, beware.
That's where flannel comes from. It's magical spiders in the northern forest. We find them, right? They're like red and blue, and we just inject them in white, and they just pin them. Yeah, it's made by spiders.
Yeah, I didn't watch the new Star Wars. I remember when the trailers came out for Force Awakens, and I was like, meh, it looks eh, and I just didn't watch it. And then I've watched like reviews for the 3 different new ones, and they just didn't look that great.
I'm sorry. I agree with Solo 100%. I thought the exact same fucking thing when I saw them. I hate porgs so much from the moment I first saw them. They're like a bio-reverse engineered Funko Pop doll. I'm like, yeah. That's what they look like. They look like a character that's made to be a Funko Pop. Those little fucking porgs in that Star Wars shit.
I have only 2 pops.
It's like it was designed and made to be a bubblehead on the deck of your car, the front of your car.
But Sam,
Dashboard. There you go.
Porgs.
Fuck you with your porgs.
What about Ewoks?
I saw that part in the movie, and you see that porg looking at Chewbacca trying to eat that thing, going to puppy. Like, I would fucking put him next.
What about Ewoks? Do you like Ewoks?
I eat them too.
Whoa!
What?
You can't eat Ewoks.
They're like bears.
They even got like a little primitive civilization.
So does ants.
Jeez.
What?
What are you eating ants now?
People do.
Well, yeah, you got what is it like chocolate covered ants?
Dude, it's like eating a koala.
Why would you eat a koala?
Because you're hungry? They're lost in the goddamn forest. They're the rebellion. You think they have like free access to food?
Gosh dang it, Sam.
That's why you wouldn't survive.
No.
Can't eat that little sad puppy eye animal.
Well, I don't need to.
Yes, you do. Why, you're a vegetarian?
Is one of your pops called Phil Pops? No, I have Master Roshi and Lobo.
How many licks does it take? Get it?
Sam, don't be a degenerate.
Wasn't that the line for the Phil Pop freaking candy? With the owl thing? How many licks does it take to get to the core? Wasn't that what Phil Pop was?
It's how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Tootsie Pop. Okay. I thought it was okay.
Oh my.
It wasn't that far. I thought
Right.
Tootsie Pop was Phil Pop. I'm sorry.
Ryan is never coming back. You know this. Like you have ruined the experience for.
Oh, that's not true.
Me?
Yes, Sam. It's always your fault.
No. I made the experience. What the fuck are you talking about? Always trying to put the blame on me.
I am debating on getting one of this sketch tier.
Yeah, and you could blame Canada for him getting the sketch tier.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Whatever you choose, I appreciate it. I really do.
I do need to check my bank first. I'm trying to really budget down and cut back on spending.
So you know what you could do? You could prepare that box, and I'll send you some money so you can mail that box to me, so you could buy that shit.
Are you starting that again?
Hey, I want that box.
I need to go through the stack and get yours set out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, I need to do that.
And you need to get that tier.
Now, what's going on with this firecracker? Why does he have a different uniform and a little axe? Oh, a very large axe.
Yeah, that's the
probably the
brother. That's the brother of.
Oh, okay. So
the
he's
brother.
like, yeah,
Yep.
he's like.
There's two main
Okay,
nutcrackers.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I remember you saying those two of them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if he wants to be a nutcracker, is he going to be one of those special? He's going to be one of those blue hats.
We can make a variation for sure because there's going to be a lot of them. There's actually a scene I'm thinking of exactly where it could happen.
So we call him he's the only one with long hair and big nose.
Well, maybe because there's a scene where we go to their headquarters, so maybe we could go to like the, some kind of work. Yeah, just see them training or something, and yeah, definitely can have.
And they look at him like he's a defective model because he has long hair. What's wrong with you? You got the mustache, you got the beard, and then you got the hair.
Yeah, I do like that you have like a scene planned out where like having like myself or someone else in the book doesn't take away from the experience of the book.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's another thing that just kind of naturally happens when it's a large scale war. So there's a lot of different factions, and there's just a lot of opportunity to have people in the background. So I figured, well, why not just do that?
Yeah,
I like the idea of the world of Christmas at war.
yeah, because
one of my favorite comics. That's a Lobo Paramilitary Christmas. So come on, this is like a child version of it. Looks interesting. Like,
did you see Sam? Was that event Death Metal?
I've heard about Death Metal.
There's a Lobo tie-in. with that?
I don't know anything. Anytime they touch Lobo lately, it's cringe.
Yeah, it's like it's the original main man, and he's like in the what is it, fifth dimension or fourth dimension or whatever it is, and he's like going through. It's like a looks like kind of whimsical like kid, like some sort of kid friendly thing, and he's just shooting down all these things and stuff like
Oh,
that. It's kind of interesting, but then they spelled Bastich wrong. Like, how the heck do you spell Bastich wrong on?
Bastich?
Yeah,
Bastich. I think they used to write it.
yeah,
Bastich.
yeah. I think they spelled it wrong. I'm like, how do you spell that wrong? It's a Lobo.
Are they still using frag?
I don't know. I only seen one
Because
page.
you know where the word frag came from, right?
Yeah.
It's from two infamous F words mixed in one.
Well, it's also a basic military term
Mm-hmm.
for taking out your own officer.
Yeah, but he uses it how?
Yeah, I know.
You're a fragger. I'll frag you.
But
Frag
Yeah.
this.
Wait, the new death metal you said?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, death metal is the newest one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a dude. The metal, and after that it was heavy metal, and after that death metal.
Oh, okay.
I bought metal.
I
That's
like
it.
metal a lot. I mean, Greg Capullo's art, it's worth the price of admission. I don't
Yeah,
even care.
I'm a big fan of Capullo too. So I bought the what's the name, the Dark Knight or the Last Knight or something like that.
Yeah, that was amazing too.
I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, it's really good. You have to-
I don't really buy mainstream that much, but Great Capullo I will, and I bought that the Green Lantern by Liam Sharpter that
Oh, he's
I haven't
amazing,
read
too.
yet, but they look great.
He's a beast. Also, someone, irrefutably is Dan Mora. I just buy any of his artwork. I think
Who?
Dan Mora. He's done like the Power Rangers, and then he worked with Grant Morrison on, ironically, another Santa thing called Klaus.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
a beast.
Class.
He's a beast. And then I like Jorge Jimenez, who is just killing it on Batman right now. And Justice League, so. There's a lot of great guys.
Mm-hmm.
see if I can find that page.
Are you still debating?
I gotta check my bank first.
That's not what I'm saying, dude. You end up and we have a silent moment, and usually when you have a silent moment, it's either because you're reading or you're debating something, going like.
I was actually here. Let me show you this really quick. Yeah, see, here's one of the pages here.
Oh, it looks awesome.
Like the little kind of kid-friendly looking characters, and they're all just getting mowed down by him.
Oh, and by Greg Capullo?
I don't know.
Yeah, that looks him. That's him.
You know, the worst thing is Greg Capullo was supposed to be leaving.
What? Is that true?
After he did the Batman thing was supposed to be his last Batman piece.
Yeah.
Then he continued, and he was, dude. I want him to leave fucking DC, because you know what he was talking that he was going to be doing, crowdfunding the Creech.
That would be awesome.
Fuck Marvel and fuck DC and go do the Creech guy.
Yeah, he should definitely do that. Especially he's at this point in his career where he really doesn't. He has the fan base, so he would make way more than he's made. Well, actually, he does make a lot. He does make a lot because I think, but he will make a lot of money doing that. I think
Those two series that he did of the Creech, they were really good. Like, he should at least reprint them and maybe do another. You know.
Yeah, I know he's gonna do that the crowdfunding way. Because I don't know, because with Image you have to fund the book on your own, right, or something like that. So it's just
and according to what we heard, like, I don't know which one's true, because somebody told me that Jim Lee left, but from what we heard is that he got demoted, and I heard that he left DC. So
is that true? Because I hear he's getting
don't know.
promoted.
I don't know about the second one, but that's what I'm saying. I heard a rumor that he's leaving. So if he's leaving, what do you think that means, dude?
I thought Jim Lee was getting fired, and they were putting like some sort of like esports.
No, they demoted him. They put somebody in his place. Like
They really did.
Yeah, they were talking about like an esports manager or something was supposed to.
Yeah, it's an esports guy that's taking the reign of DC, and he got demoted. But that's what I'm saying. I heard rumors. You know. that Jim Lee's leaving DC.
Oh,
Fuck this
wow.
shit. So if he's
Well,
leaving,
he's
if
already a
it's true,
millionaire.
yeah, but if it's true, he's already a millionaire. And if he goes to fucking Indiegogo or Kickstarter with a fucking new comic,
Yeah, he will change. Yeah.
he's gonna mop the fucking floor.
But I don't know if he's interested in doing sequential anymore. Like, but he does. I don't know. You're right. I mean, he could definitely do it. He could do it.
He
For sure.
does, but he's been talking about more of the European style. That's why if you look at what he's been doing, other than those little fillers, sell a book right now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's been practicing more of the ink wash and more of the traditional stuff, and
He just gets better and better and better and better and better. I mean, sometimes there's some point like when his Justice League, I think that Scott Williams and they were kind of off on the inking. I don't think they were that, or and the coloring and Alex Sinclair, but he's always been on 100%. He always gives 100% effort. So
the only thing that I think is missing is I miss the amount of details that he used to put.
Yeah, the cross hatching.
Yeah, so I like the fact that he cut the stiffness, like he worked on it. It looks better, like it's more simplified in a way. But come on, add those little details that you used to do too, those little cross hatching, those little
Yeah.
What used to make you.
Right. Yeah, the hush is just unbelievable. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's the same thing Greg Capullo did right now. Highly fucking detailed. Starts the first Batman 52. Still in the same branch, then starts simplify it. Less details.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say that's definitely true. Definitely true. Yeah, just looking at the backgrounds and stuff, you can see, because I think it shifted with Zero Year, because he got that new colorist who is amazing.
Right after the Night of the Owl.
No. That's it was after Death of the Family, and then the 0 Year he had Denny Mickey inking him, and then coloring him rather, and then he always had that one guy John. He still works with him, Galapion or whatever, and then they switched colorist, and it's FCO Placenta, and he's an amazing colorist, probably the best in the business, but. I think that Greg Capullo feels he doesn't have to put as much detail in the backgrounds. I think that's kind of where it is, where the difference is, I think. So.
But it's also with speed, so, if you start drawing backgrounds in every goddamn panel with all details, it goes from one page a day to 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah. Especially with Jim Lee, who's known for his lateness. Yep. But whatever.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe this channel. even if Chris is not really following the conversation and just reading and fighting his inner demon right now.
I'm listening.
What?
And so was pointing out about Kanan White's version of the Wonder Woman 84 variant cover, which I'll go ahead and show it because he is our co-host.
Wonder Sister.
And that's it right here.
Oh, it's so good. He's amazing.
That is a much better version. Like that is a much more better idealized form there.
Yeah, even if she's black. We don't give it. It looks more like Wonder Woman. I like the afro. I think that looks cool. It's like a big sparkly star afro. Looks fucking great.
Afro? What are you talking about? Her hair's just in the wind.
It looks like a big afro.
Well, if it was an afro, it'd be really lopsided here because you got all this over here and like nothing over there. What are you talking about?
That's what it looks to me.
I don't think so, Sam.
Okay, perfect. Don't. You don't have to. I think it looks great though.
Yeah, I like this. It looks really good.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys giving me the time. I really do.
I think she looks. I think it looks great.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Brick and Wreck does look really good. I am looking forward to it. I am going to back it.
Thank you.
I just haven't decided on what tier yet.
Yeah, we know. We can look at your face going like, which one do I take? Which one do I take? Which one do I take?
Yeah, well, hopefully we find. I'm going to try to push as hard as I can. So I think that doing interviews is huge. I think so.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
the
go
more
on
the,
that
the more the more
promotion
the more you
circuit.
go around channels, the more you'll get noticed.
Yeah, I just need to just
Have-
keep doing it.
Have you been on like Shay's things?
Yeah,
Have
I
you
am
been back
actually
to?
let's see, Sunday is or no, tomorrow night, Jays, and then actually tonight I have another one. So, all weekend, every day this weekend. So that's it. Just gonna try and push as hard as possible.
Yeah. Yeah, Shay would be a good one.
Yeah, she's amazing
Yeah, I think you can reach your goal.
for sure.
What? I thought it was reached yet.
What?
I thought it was already funded already.
No.
No, he's at 12% funded.
So let's get that closer to
Oh, I haven't
100%.
retouched. Let's see. Nope, nothing yet. I will back it. I'll get us the backer, but not yet. I gotta go. I might have to call the bank, see where my funds are at. Ah. Oh no. Oh, Red Syrup's leaving. He says, I must scramble. Have a great day and weekend, everyone. You too.
Yeah, and we just passed the hour and 30 minutes, brother. So more than half an hour of you going, which chair do I
He
take?
says
Which chair do I take?
Nubia, not Diana, so it makes sense she's black.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was Wonder Sister.
okay.
It's a thing. If you go back, I think it's in the 70s, I think.
Oh, that's an actual character?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think she came from. I don't remember the story, but I think she came from. She was I think there was one where they made two back then. So there was another one that was made like her, and then they made a story where she came from another dimension, one of those other planet there. That was the version of the Wonder Woman.
Interesting. Oh.
I'm googling it right now.
Mm.
Nubia is a fictional character appearing in DC Comics publication and related media. She debuted in Wonder Woman 204. Place of origin, Temescria. She's technically Wonder Woman's sister.
All right, let me do it. Oh, I didn't do my shares.
In 1973. See, I was right, in the 70s.
There we go. I wasn't sharing. Duh.
And she was later rebooted in 1985 in Crisis of Infinite Earths. See, there you go. I was right. First one, she was a sister, and after that, they rebooted her. She came from another one of the planets.
Yeah, I didn't know about that one.
And they did another revamp in 1999.
I haven't paid attention to along the main, two, or really mainstream comics, so I'm still behind on it. All right, Mr. Sim, we're past an hour and a half today.
Yep.
I think we might need to start wrapping it up.
That's what I was saying.
The coffee's starting to wear off. I need to get a second cup. I got one of these little tiny cold cups today, so I don't think I got to use up the cup.
That's baby coffee.
Yeah, I got to go get another cup here once we end. I don't want to let any of the coffee go to waste.
So, like, support, and share this show right here, right? Yeah, and like that, next time he's gonna get a bigger coffee. Go check out Bric-a-Brac number 2.
Yes.
Get that one. If you didn't get number 1, it's in the add-on. Don't forget it. Enjoy it. And we all know that Chris is gonna get that 161 eventually. So don't forget. Go check out Bric-a-Brac. People are complaining there's not enough child-friendly books in CG. Here's one. Go get it.
Yes, and don't go thinking that this is just some like ooh cheapy like Christmas thing where it's just oh here's some basic Christmas tropes and it's some poor quality thing. This seems to have quite a bit of depth and thought that went into it. And look at the art. The art just really looks good, and just really it looks like a really good really well thought out story. So yeah, I will be back in it. It's just oh, God, I probably will end up getting $160 here. I probably will.
See, he says it. Yeah, check out the book. It also makes a great Christmas gift.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Oh, yeah, Soul's talking. What's he saying here?
What I just read.
I wonder if it would be safe for Daniel Kibblesmith to read Bric-a-Brac. Who's Daniel Kibblesmith?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But yep. Anyway, please do like and subscribe. As always, the more people we get, the more people we can help. Get eyes on these projects to help people find awesome books that they'll enjoy. And also, you can watch my reviews, and that can help you make more educated decisions on when you do back. And yeah, Sim, you want to show Nat?
Yeah, Nat is coming in 2 weeks. I'm aiming to probably be launching on the 27th. So go sign up for that mailing list. Otherwise, you're not going to get that trading card.
What is it? What is it called?
Tales from the Natverse.
Okay.
Oh, that's who it was. He is the new Warriors guy at Marvel who created Snowflake and Safe Space. Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep. He'll be a fan. Got him.
He was probably a day one backer. So yes, please do check this book out. I do like this kind of positivity and more kid friendly type of book.
I do want to show something, because in case people haven't seen it yet, I did release the first promo trailer for Tales from the Natverse.
Oh, okay.
We could show it while we close.
All right. It'll be our outro, I guess.
Yeah, Red freaking nailed it.
Oh, is he narrating?
No, but he's gonna be narrating it. But he's the one that did the video edit. He's the one that put the video together.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully the share audio is gonna work this time.
Oh, there we go.
So, are we saying goodbye then pressing play, or we're saying goodbye when we're done?
All right, we'll just say goodbye now, and yeah.
So later, everyone. Enjoy the trailer.
Yep. Bye, all.
And go back Bric-a-Brac 2 now. Well, the bad things, he might be metal. There's no more metal than that.